Hello, and welcome back to The Power of Now, a guide to spiritual enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Today, we're doing a book study on A New Earth Awakening to Your Life's Purpose, written by Eckhart Tolle. And we hope you have your copy so that you can follow along. Today, we are on Chapter 10, Section 7, A New Earth, the three modalities of awakened doing. My name is Barbara Wainwright, and I'm here with Gilda Simonet. Welcome, Gilda.
Thank you.
There are three ways in which consciousness can flow into what you do, and thus, through you, into this world. Three modalities in which you can align your life with the creative power of the universe. Modality means the underlying energy frequency that flows into what you do and connects your actions with the awakened consciousness that is emerging into this world. What you do will be dysfunctional and of the ego unless it arises out of one of these three modalities. They may change during the course of a day, although one of them may be dominant during a certain stage in your life. Each modality is appropriate to certain situations.
The modalities of awakened doing are acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm. Each one represents a certain vibrational frequency of consciousness. You need to be vigilant to make sure that one of them operates whenever you are engaged in doing anything at all, from the most simple task to the most complex. If you are not in the state of either acceptance, enjoyment, or enthusiasm, look closely, and you will find that you are creating suffering for yourself and others.
I really appreciate this section so much because I find that working with someone or spending time with someone that is complaining about things really is a drain on my energy field. I feel drained, and it takes me right down when I hear a lot of complaining. It's very draining, I guess, is the word that keeps coming back. It's very draining for me to be around somebody who is always complaining. And if you are in acceptance and enjoyment or enthusiasm, clearly you're not going to be complaining. You're going to be celebrating and enjoying what it is that you're doing. You know, one of the things that I love to do here is the dishes. You know, I'm like, leave the dishes in the sink. I'll get them because I enjoy that time. I enjoy the water on my hands. I enjoy making sure the dishes are clean. I might be more enthusiastic about making sure they're clean than other people when they're washing the dishes. So it's like, why not wash them myself so that they're clean to my standards, right? I love these three modalities, and what a great indicator of whether or not you are in awakened doing. Anybody that's complaining certainly isn't awake. Some of the things that you might be doing fully present and in acceptance is when you're working with some of the students, and helping them to stay present in the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
You work with youth, and youth needs someone, which is you, to be in their life who is present and accepting of who they are and finds enjoyment sharing with them and watching the light in their eyes go on when you are enthusiastically sharing about presence with them.
It's so true. And I find that if like you are helping the students without acceptance, enjoyment, or enthusiasm, like you could probably come off like annoyed or like frustrated. And when that happens, like the student kind of picks up on that. So I definitely try to practice those modalities. Thank you for even saying that, because yeah, it's true. You kind of have to practice them.
Yeah.
And I find that when you do, help them from one of these modalities, they can feel supported, and then that's how like you can plant that seed. And then they're like, hey, yeah, like, I don't know. It just becomes more positive environment for everyone.
Absolutely, becomes more positive environment. And then the students or the people that you're working with will see the light in your eyes and they'll be drawn to you and they'll want to know, where are you getting all that light? What's that energy that you're bringing here? I want to be more like you. I want to bring that light. I want to be happy. I want to be enthusiastic. And they'll be attracted to you because of working in these three modalities that he's talking about.
It's funny that you say that because I've come across some of the students like, man, like you must have not been through anything. You just always seem so happy. And it's like, man, I was like, that's actually funny that you say that because I've been through so much that I had to come out the other side and I'm able to be happy now, and then that's how I'm able to actually talk to them about Eckhart or presence or whatever it is that they might need at the time that I can bring up for them. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, well, it's your ability to relate and the depth of your compassion, which you have on board because of the difficult times that you've been through, that makes you the perfect person for them to be attracted to you so they can go, hey, who are you? What are you doing? I love the light in your eyes and the fact that you always seem happy. Tell me more. Bring me into the fold. Where
Yeah,
what do you do to keep the lights on?
yeah, that's true. Thank you.
I love that Eckhart can drill this down into these three modalities. And basically, we're talking about awakened doing, which he mentioned in the last section. And he's also talking about consciousness. And, I love this chapter. This chapter is uplifting. I mean, chapter 4 for me was very, very difficult because it's all about the ego. And the ego, dang, is that destructive, right? But this chapter 10, is about awakening, about being conscious, about living a spiritual life. And right here in this 2 paragraphs, he has nailed it. If you want to live an enlightened life, simply operate from these 3 modalities: acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm, and your life will be magical. That's it. That's all you have to do. See if you can bring yourself back to acceptance, enjoyment, or enthusiasm, whatever you are doing, so that you can live a life that is good and spiritual and uplifting. And guess what? People will be drawn to you to be in your light. They'll want to know you. They'll want to be with you. They'll want to spend time with you. If you want to attract other people that are seeking goodness, then operate from this perspective, these modalities: acceptance, enjoyment, and enthusiasm. I love it. Well, until next week, it makes sense to see if you can catch yourself being in acceptance of what you're doing, enjoying what you're doing, or even enthusiastic about what you're doing. And if you are not, then see if you can pull yourself into alignment with who you are, with your spirit, with your soul. You do have a choice. You can change what you're doing, or you can accept what you're doing. Acceptance, they say, is the key to serenity. And if you aren't feeling joyful or enthusiastic with what you're doing, make a choice to either accept it or change it. Until next week, I hope you have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this podcast and you'd like to go deeper into a spiritual conversation, you can join our Facebook group, The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment with Gilda and Barbara. Or you can contribute by going to wainwrightglobal.com/go/support.